that'll work too.
Well, Joe.
Yes.
I want to tell you, we have an amazing guest. I have been so excited about this young lady coming to be with us today.
Okay.
I met her, believe it or not, at a barbecue.
Wow.
And I met her, and it was an instant connection. She is just someone who you could sit and just talk to for hours, a person who is intelligent. You could tell that she's very warm, giving, but also super talented, right? She's one of those stars that is very humble, but has a very big presence, and just one, not only an amazing gift, but she is an amazing person on the inside. You don't always find that. You find a lot of gifted people, right? But when you find somebody that is not only gifted, but is also very compassionate, very authentic, a genuine person, you want to be around that person, right? And you want to hear more. And so she has an incredible story, an incredible journey, a beautiful voice, and just so many things. And she's drop dead gorgeous, right?
Amen.
And so I want to introduce to every single one of you none other than Tamara Rivelle. Even that last name sounds musical.
Welcome.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here.
We're very glad to have you.
Yes.
So, I didn't even mention that Tamara is a singer, she's a songwriter, she's an entrepreneur, ... Like this woman just, she does so many things. So we're going to be talking about a few things, but I thought that we'd start off, Joe, by just talking about her singing career. We'll just kind of start there. And so, Tamara, I want to yield the floor to you. Just tell us a little bit about your musical journey. Like, where did all this start?
It started back in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I was raised in Pittsburgh, and if you don't know, Pittsburgh is a big jazz town.
Okay.
And I grew up,
Didn't know that.
Yeah, I know, it's great. And I grew up in a multicultural church.
Okay.
So there were all kinds of people from all walks of life coming together to worship the Lord on a Sunday morning. And that really influenced my musical inclinations. And I started, first of all, with playing the flute, but I was so shy. I was like 13 years old, so I used to duck down and hide behind because I didn't want anybody to see me. And then a couple years later, I was invited to sing. I guess I was like 15, and Bishop Joseph Garlington at the Church of Pittsburgh, he invited me to sing one of the songs I had written on a Sunday morning. That was a big deal. And I was so scared. And, looking back, I don't really know if I did a good job or not. But everybody was so encouraging, because when you find a young person that's putting themselves out there, the community comes around. That's what it is. So that's how it all started.
And I have every bit of confidence that you were playing that flute with such skill. And it was good. But Joe, when she said that, it reminded me of, the little kids at church who really can't sing.
Right.
And all of the mamas and grandpas like, baby, you sang that song.
Yeah.
Well, you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of what you play. You play sax.
Yes, I did.
I didn't know that.
Yes, alto saxophone. Yes.
It is. See?
4 years. Yes. Still have one.
And I'm still upset with you about that barbecue you didn't bring from the barbecue.
Oh,
You met her. You didn't bring me none. That's crazy.
There were to-go boxes.
Yes, there were. And I brought me one. Sorry, Joe.
Anyway.
So age 13, you were playing the flute in church.
Yes, and the thing is, the musicians, especially the lead musicians there, were all jazz trained.
Oh, wow.
From Duquesne University. And so that elevated my expectations, their expectations of me, my expectations of myself. And I was taught to play by ear.
Okay.
And I thought that was how everybody did it.
Oh.
I didn't know. But that's how they trained me.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I'm really thankful for that, because it's helped me throughout my life.
Wonderful. So when did you discover that you could sing, like your voice is an instrument?
Well, I was 12 when I figured that out, but I was so if somebody would look at me sideways, my face would turn red, and I just want to melt into the floor. So it took me a few years to be able to stand in front of a group of people.
Wow, wow, that's amazing. That's amazing.
It's always good to, and I understand the shyness, and the nervousness, music, because I too learn by ear.
Yes.
And that was when we taught to learn by ear, and it just for some reason or another, I like, don't get me wrong, I like the music.
Yeah.
The written music, but it makes me feel like I'm programmed. Like ear by ear, I can add so much, I can take away so much, I can just do so much more by ear.
Yeah.
So it's a true blessing to learn by ear.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was a challenge, but I was so blessed to be able to be nurtured by Tony Turner and her sister. They were the worship leaders along with Bishop. And so after I sang that first time, they just said, okay, you're part of the worship team, and have a microphone, be up there every Sunday with us. And I mean, it was the best because it's on the job training, from people who really know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I learned about presence and how to hear things. But I think the most important thing that I learned was to have a heart of worship.
Wow.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. So you never forgot the most important.
No.
Yes, that's awesome. That's awesome. So I understand that you also write music. So how did you begin writing?
Well, I started writing when I was a kid. From the time I was about 12 years old, I wanted to move to Nashville, Tennessee, because it was the midst of the Christian music industry birth and all the excitement around like Amy Grant and Russ Taff and B.B. and C.C. Winans in their early days and like all that, right? So I would, my grandmother worked at a Christian bookstore, so I would always get the tea about who's coming out with which album when, and she would bring it home to me, and I'd study those liner notes. I was like, I'm going to live in Nashville someday. I told my mother that when I was 12.
Wow.
I was like, I'm going to live there. And I guess just from listening to all that music and knowing that so many of those people were singer-songwriters, because I wasn't allowed to listen to anything else except Christian music or gospel music until I was 16.
Okay.
And it was like, no, you can't. And when I discovered there was a whole nother world. But anyway, that's that's another story. But that's when I started writing. My first song, if I remember correctly, was about our dog.
You wrote your first song about the dog.
He was dying. And so it was a way for me as a 12-year-old to process my grief.
What was the dog's name?
Wow.
Samson.
Samson.
He was a little schnauzer.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's cool right there.
Yeah.
And so you developed your skills. So did you write only for yourself, or have you written and published for
I
others?
had written for myself.
Okay.
I have also written for Hymnal, which is a project out of Atlanta.
Oh, nice.
Worship music and Christmas songs.
Wow.
And then I've written for the work that I've done with kids in schools, Love in a Big World, and in communities. So, yeah.
Very nice, very nice. So I understand that a lot of your music that you write, so some of it is just like, it's just good old fashioned, just kind of a mix. It's a unique mix, right, of like R&B meets jazz meets pop. And then there's another side of you that does songs for their stories, like you're telling a story. Talk to us about that.
Yeah. I think, living in Nashville since 1993, it's almost like you learn by osmosis about the power of story songs.
Yes.
And the country writers in town are bar none, right? And they're always writing the story on the center. And so that came across with this album, is how do you incorporate that kind of storytelling into R&B, pop, soul.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's different there.
Yes, and this was the most vulnerable album for me that I've done, and not all the songs. There was one day that I was getting ready to go to an event that I was a potentially high conflict situation with my ex-husband. And I just, in order to prepare myself, I'm writing in my journal, and my writing in my journal turned into writing these songs, and they just poured out of me.
Wow.
And then the tears came down as well, which it was incredibly cathartic. But I have found that the more vulnerable I am, the more it connects with other people.
Absolutely.
But I had never been willing to be this vulnerable before. It was always like, let me keep my guard up. I don't want you to see the real me. Now I'm like, well, you know what? What do I have to lose?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
what storytelling is about. You know, it's the things that are down on the inside, they have to come out. Yeah.
Well, they're going to come out one way or the other. Right?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So better get them out in a healthy way.
Exactly. Exactly.
You have got that right. And then also, you never know who you're helping, because when you're sharing your story, whether it be just talking or singing, right, there's always going to be someone out there that resonates. So your tribe will find you.
I agree. And that was part of what I saw happen with the first single that we released in May. It's called My Superman, and it's in honor of my father, who has
Oh, wow.
Alzheimer's.
Yes,
wow.
yes.
So it tells the story of his role in my life and in the lives of many other people. But a number of folks just reached out afterward and said, thank you so much for sharing your story, that my parent is going through Alzheimer's, or I lost someone to Alzheimer's, you know. So I think finding that common ground, because sometimes we don't want to talk about our pain.
Yes, yes.
I mean, if you look at social, right, we're all smiling or telling the best things about life, but there can be another side, and when we're vulnerable about that pain, about that grief, it can create a place of connection and safety.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
You know that you say that. You know, Joe. I know you don't mind
No, it's
sharing.
fine.
He has a connection with that as well. He had a wife that passed away.
Yes.
With
22 from Alzheimer's. So you go through, like she said, you have that connection. A lot of people don't like talking about it, but then, like you said, it has to come out one way or another, so why not let it be a healthy way? So I agree with you. Storytelling is beautiful. Beautiful, right? Yes, it is.
So you have a new release called Break My Fall, and I would love to hear the story behind that.
Okay. So
Break My Fall.
I don't think I've really talked about this yet. So there might have been somebody that I met somewhere on some 4th of July. And it was like, it was one of those, well, we had actually known each other for a while because family friends. But, 4th of July is something special. And so, immediately, he's like, you're my girl. And I'm like,
Really?
that part.
Right.
And now, you have to understand, I am not a serial dater.
Okay.
Like, I have not been in a relationship since 2022.
Okay.
Wow.
And so, if somebody comes to me and says, you're my girl, I'm going to be like, okay, let's go. You know?
Right.
I'm just like,
Right.
I'm ready for something real. And so Break My Fall really came out of that, and like, are you a safe person for me to give my heart to?
Right.
Which I think, bottom line, if you set aside all the big emotions and attraction, and let's be real, even the lust, and you look at a lasting relationship, it has to be safe. It has to be safe for the man and the woman.
Right.
And is it a safe place to share our hearts with each other?
Right.
Oh man, and there's so many people who can resonate with that, right? Especially in this dating arena.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Yes. Cray is more. If you're married, hold on.
Do the work.
Yes.
Because you don't want to be out in the streets.
No, not at all. And that's a whole other conversation for another day. Yes, so that's awesome. And so did you wrote the song?
Yes, I did. And then my producer, Tommy Lee Black, he contributed to it as well, and so we co-wrote it.
Right?
Well, I love your 4th of July stories, and it seems like you keep gaining on 4th of July, because that's what I made.
I know. I mean, the best friends on 4th of July.
Absolutely.
Sound like with some fireworks that day.
There might have been, Joe.
I love it.
Yes,
I love
Lord.
it. Well, I would go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, the problem is, when the fireworks happen long distance, you know what I mean? Like, together
Yes.
that day, but then, bye, see you later. And then, I don't know,
Oh, wow.
long distance is hard.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
I'm not
hard.
really a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, long distance can be.
Yeah, I
Can
can't
be
be
a
FaceTime you every day. From
How are you
Alaska.
doing?
From Alaska.
If you're serious, come to town.
Right.
That's
Let's
right.
see how this is.
That's right. Yeah, spend some time.
Yes.
It's tough. It's tough right there. A lot of people just don't, a lot of people don't. But nowadays, we don't even got the money to come to town.
Well, that's
With
another
these
another
gas
show
prices,
too.
We got to do the horse and buggy. Now, these gas prices. I'll see you in a month. I got my horse and buggy. You on the way.
Right. Well, I want to take this opportunity to introduce your song to our listeners, if you're okay with that.
Sure.
This is Break My Fall by the incredible Tamara Rivelle.
Man.
I took you at your word when you said I was your girl. At first I was reluctant, but you had that special something.
Hello, everybody on Facebook. Is she great or what? This is a great song right here.
That special something.
Hi, Mama Princess. Hi, Philip. Hi, Joy. Hi, Thomas. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Can you keep me safe? I need you to break my fall. I knew when you took that plane to come and spend the day, there'd be some fireworks. You take away my hurt. You take away my hurt. There were some fireworks. You took away my hurt. Open my heart and nothing just again. Break my fall. Can I give you my all? Can you keep me safe? I need you to break my fall. Could you love me for me? Love you for you. Could you love me for me? Love you for you.
Live fast, don't trip, I dig the math. And if I don't move, I'll catch more feelings than I ever had. I won't let you down, I ain't never slipping. You won't need nothing, cause ain't nothing missing. Listen, yeah, I can break your phone when you get the fan. Just give me a call, whatever you need. Make your own talk, no matter how big, no matter how small. Cause I know you feeling me, I feel the same. Let's go see about this rain.
Can I give you my all? Can you keep me safe? I need you to break my fall. Can you break my fall? Can I give you my
And that was Break My Fall by Tamara Rivelle. Girl, I could listen to that
Yes.
on repeat.
Yes.
That was so amazing.
Got the rapping now.
Yes.
And I heard a little note sound like you went up in a little upper register up in there somewhere. Look at you. I said, look at yonder. sounded good. I like that. I really like that. It's a total different vibe. And I love it because it is that total different vibe. You know, it's not the norm. So that's what makes it so special. It's not the norm. I get tired of the norm. That's right.
Yes, I love
That
your
was good.
voice. Yes, and the rap. Now I'm a little jealous, and because you didn't call me to rap. But that's all right. That's
that
all
was
right.
all Tommy. That was all my producer Tommy. And in fact, he sent me a cut of it, and I didn't know he was going to do that. And so I listened, and I was like, what? Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it was super fun.
Oh, you set that up nicely.
And
You
I
set that up
almost
good.
have it memorized.
Okay.
Almost. It doesn't mean you want me to rap, but I almost have it.
I
Wow.
love it. I love it. And like I said, man, it was. I don't know. It has a groove, a funk to it. It's definitely R&B and pop, kind of like a marriage between the two.
Yeah, I was shocked when it came on. I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
You were like, uh-oh,
What?
uh-oh.
Yeah, it shocked me when it came out. I was like, okay, okay,
Yeah.
this is a good vibe.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that was,
it
yeah,
is.
that was very different.
Yes.
Oh, my
Upbeat. It's a
goodness.
feel-good song. It's something you can kind of listen to over and over and over again.
Well, I do.
Okay,
Yeah.
I
just
thought I heard Jay-Z in the background there. Yeah.
Your voice is very unique, and
Thank you.
I really do love it. Yeah. And you've got some performances coming up. I know
I
of
do.
one at least. So tell us about
Yes.
those.
So this Thursday, July 30th, I'll be at Jolton Hardware at 7:30 to 8 o'clock with Jeremy Matlock. We'll be
wow.
playing. And it'll be fun night.
Oh wow.
It's unplugged, so
Okay.
it's just Jeremy on keys and me, and Jeremy will do backgrounds too, but it's kind of a stripped down night, and then we'll be booking some other shows after that.
Okay, all right. Thursday night,
Thursday
Jolton.
night in Jolton. Have
Jolton,
you ever
tell
been
me.
to Jolton Hardware?
I have been to Jolton, but I've never been to that place.
It is a funky little spot.
Really?
It's
Wow.
really cool. Yeah, because it's like part hardware store, part restaurant,
Okay.
wow.
part music venue.
Wow.
All in the same place. So the first time, have you
Wow.
been there?
No.
But when you walk in,
Never heard
it's
of
just
it.
like,
Me?
but it's really turning into a spot that people enjoy playing. I think part of it is that, there's so much going on downtown, and let's be real, most of that is country,
Oh yeah.
not R&B.
Right.
So to try to find other venues that feature other music,
Right.
you sometimes have to go out of the city. And Jolton Hardware just provides that space for all kinds of different
Wow.
artists.
So you can walk in
Wow.
and listen to
You
music,
get
eat,
your
and buy your
hardware.
tools.
They have the best French fries. Beef tallow
Wow.
fries. And
Really?
oh my gosh, they are so good.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. And I'm a little bit hungry right now, so
Right, we
That
done
sounds
walked,
extra good, doesn't it?
yes, it
look, kid, we done walked out with a plate and a generator.
I know,
right?
Oh my
I know
goodness.
that's right.
Yeah.
So earlier you mentioned that some of your writing that you have written for your nonprofit, Love in a Big World. So I would love to hear about your nonprofit.
Thank you.
Yes.
Love in a Big World provides a safe place for kids and families to learn more about growing up in this world, and provides a safe place for them to explore the big questions that they have and find resources so that they know that they're not alone. And so I started this work back in 1996 and have continued it all these years in various formats, but we do everything from provide professional development for teachers, resources for parents, to direct programming to kids, curriculum. I mean, you name it. We've done camps, and we have some other things that we're incubating at this time too. But whatever we can do around kids' character development, mental health, and well-being, that's what we're focused on.
And
Wow.
that's so needed in this day and time, isn't it, Joe?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
We need that for these children this day and time. I agree with you, and that's an awesome thing y'all are doing.
Thank you.
And so the camps, how long the camps last?
Well, we haven't done one in a while, but we
Okay.
used to do like week-long camps,
Okay.
and we're hoping to be able to offer a summer camp next summer in
That's
27.
That'll be great. That'll be great if y'all can offer that summer camp.
Yeah.
Well, we stay in touch and find out, 'cause
Please.
I need to put some people I know in camp. Several of them.
There we go.
Several of them in the camp.
Now, do you work in certain schools or?
Well, we have worked all over the country with schools, after-school programs, churches, just anywhere that adults are connecting with kids and they need resources or tools. What I've found over the years is a lot of times people want to show up for kids, but they may not know what to talk about. So we're that bridge. So how can you talk to kids about making life choices? How can you talk to kids about what it means to be courageous, to stand up for what is right, and face your fears? How do you talk to kids about gratitude and being thankful for what you do and what you have and what others do for you? You know, all those kinds of things. So that's at the heart of what we offer.
I love that because in this day and time, there's such a renewed focus on behavioral health and mental health resources, and so that is so needed. Children are facing so many things, so not only do they need to learn all the things, but they need a place, because bullying, you know, is something that is impacting a lot of children. A lot of children are coming from broken homes, and the children in this time are seeing and hearing so much more than what we ever. We found in our generation, we found out things when we became adults. Oh, really?
Right.
That happened?
Right.
You know, but we were shielded from a lot of the things. A lot of us were, not all, but a lot of us were. But in this day and time, it's like that shield has just been broken down for children.
Yeah.
So, what are some of the success stories that maybe you have found or seen in your work? Or some of the most rewarding things that have come because of what you do?
I would say the first thing that pops into my head is my goddaughter. My goddaughter, Nikki. I met her when she was 8 years old, and she was living in the John Henry Hale community right off Charlotte at 17. And we were doing a Saturday morning kids club, and then we also did some work with her at her school, H.D. Hill Elementary, is where we started, and then head middle, way back in the day. And Nikki is just one of those kids that, I mean, she's like my daughter now. So we've maintained this relationship over the last 29 years.
Wow.
And now her kids are my godchildren, you know, and she's, so I think that the sustainability of the relationships, because really relationships are where it's at. And when you're able to get to know a child and the child's family, and then walk with them through the ups and downs of life, and let's face it, she's walked with me through the ups and downs of my life too, and that give and take, which I think a lot of times when we're doing any sort of youth work, we keep this wall between us and the kids, and there are some safety concerns, don't get me wrong, but it goes back to that idea of vulnerability. The more real and authentic we are, I think the more receptive they are as well.
Yes.
And the more open their families are. So and we realize that we're all in it together. I mean, we need each other, and I think that's one of my favorite things.
I love it. And how do you incorporate your music into Love in a Big World?
Oh, that's a really good question. So back in the day when we first started, it was me, the girl with the dream, who came to Nashville, and we went into the schools and we did assembly programs. And then it grew from me with one friend, because it was tracks. It was all about those tracks. And so it was me and my friend running the sound system, and I'd be singing. I'm telling you, I look back, I'm like, I did what? Because I would walk into some of the toughest schools in town. I worked with Gilda Cornell. Miss Gilda Cornell was one of the first people who supported the work that I was doing. She caught the vision, and she said, I'm sending you into the schools that have safe and drug-free school funding. So back in the day, that was like before East Nashville became Hipsterville.
Yeah.
You know, before, you know, everything that's developed on Charlotte. Like, so, and she'd send me in there to just sing songs to the kids and talk to them about the power of their own choices and provide a bit of hope. So that's really how it started, and then grew to a team and all that kind of stuff.
I love that.
It's good. That's amazing that that's happening because this day and time, these kids ain't thinking about nothing but PlayStation, Xbox. These games are, well,
Fortnite,
yeah, Fortnite, yeah, cell phones,
Roblox.
That Roblox is for sure. Yeah, they just tear them up, and they have an attitude behind it. If you tell them to get off, it's attitude behind you, gang. All the child. See, a lot of that stuff we were regulated on. And then again, we were just outdoor children anyway. We'd rather be outside playing, riding bicycles, just run up and down the block, playing tag, football, just doing all kind of things.
Roller
We were
skating.
roller skating. Yeah, we were outdoor. We were outdoor children. And you can't even get them to come outside and weighing 500 pounds and sitting up in there eating up everything.
Oh, Joe, okay.
Y'all
So
I done got going on. I'm sorry, Lord. Damn it. I done got the preaching.
So, with your music, so do they also get an opportunity to kind of, I guess, participate with you sometimes?
Yes. When we were doing those assembly programs, we bring them up on stage. They sing with us. They dance with us. There were lots of audience
Wow.
participation. Yeah,
Cool.
it was fun. It was really, really fun. And the kids loved it. Now, we haven't done assembly programs in a while
Okay.
because there's so much that's changed within the school systems
Yeah.
and funding and all that kind of
All
stuff.
the things.
So but we're still here and we're still doing the work and we're about to launch a new project for the kids very, very soon.
Yay.
So I'll have to keep you updated on that.
Absolutely.
Y'all do you done a Christmas thing?
A Christmas thing?
Like how you go out and you guys
Like
collect
Christmas
gifts.
events, or do you do
well,
events?
back in the day, we used to do that. Down in, we partnered with the Foundry
Yeah,
on Clinton,
yeah.
and we work with other churches in the neighborhood and provide Christmas. for
Yeah,
the kids.
it's a blessing to see that happen
Oh
too.
yeah, it was fun. But that was something we did a long time ago. Haven't recently. I would say too. We've traveled and done all the things, but I'm a mom also, and so I didn't really understand it when I was a young mom.
Yeah.
But when my kids hit school age, that's when I realized my priorities had to shift. And
Oh,
I had to
yes.
put my
Yeah,
own
for
kids
sure.
first.
Yes.
And that was hard
Yeah.
because I just have a heart for all children and families and communities. But I really had to focus on my
Yes,
family.
yes.
And now my kids are grown,
Right.
and now it's been a rebirth for me and trying to figure out what is it that we do in this new season of Love in a Big Way.
Well, it's gonna be something new and I'm sure extraordinary. I'm sure of that. I'm sure of that because all the work that you have done in the past, it's gonna manifest itself now with some new work
I
for you.
receive it.
And it's coming and it's gonna be amazing and awesome.
Yes. So tell me, so I want to encourage other singer-songwriters as well as entrepreneurs out there. So so you're doing so much and you're juggling so many priorities. Like how did you really get started with everything? Like with Love in a Big World, how did that go from mind to boots on the ground? And you're singing and songwriting, how did that go from inspiration to now I've got a CD? Well, people don't do CDs, but now I've got music out there.
Yeah, that's a good question. My father was an entrepreneur. And again, it's like what I mentioned about being in Nashville when you're surrounded by so much creativity, it kind of seeps in.
Yeah.
Being around an entrepreneur, being raised by an entrepreneur, it kind of seeped in. So I would just watch him and learn by what I saw him doing. That I think the most important thing I could say to anyone, it's like that verse in Habakkuk, write the vision down
Yeah.
and run with it. So write it down, make your plan. I am like the queen of lists. So it's like, what do I got to do today? And then just check it out. But it's taking action, even if it's small actions. And sometimes sometimes I still do, get frustrated because all the vision that I have has not actualized yet,
Oh, wow.
but it's incremental growth, and I have to take stock, and this is something I was praying about this morning. I was like, Lord, help me to just enjoy taking it in right now, like where I am. I don't want to miss the moment, you know. But it's continually setting goals and keeping track of those tasks that's helping me the most.
Who's your biggest inspiration?
My biggest inspiration?
Yes. Like, who inspired you the most, or
That's a really good question.
you can name a few if you
Who is
want
it?
to, because sometimes it's hard
I know,
to pinpoint
like,
one,
just
right?
one. I would say number one would be my dad. I've always been a daddy's girl. And then I'd also say my kids. You know, we as a family went through a divorce when my kids were young. And I've been a single mom since. You know, it's been a long time of being a single mom, and it's not for the faint of heart. And there were times when I wanted to give up, but I would be doing it for my babies. And like, I'm going to get up today because my babies need to eat. So, and that they honestly are one of the reasons that I fight so hard to win, them and my parents, because they've seen the struggle. I want them to see the fullness of the success,
Yeah.
so that they know, oh, okay, we saw mom all along the way, this is why she did it. And I want them to know, truthfully, I want them to know that when God makes a promise to you, God keeps that promise. And so it's like, okay, I can't give up.
I love it. I love it.
Now, the music genre, who inspires you there?
That's a good one. Ella Fitzgerald,
Oh,
Wow.
she is top.
okay, okay.
Ella. And
Okay.
then I've always loved anything like Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis,
Oh,
LA
yeah.
Babyface,
Yeah.
like all of their
Yes, wow.
back in the day. Lauren Hill, Miss Education of Lauren Hill is
Yeah,
best album ever,
ever,
I
yeah.
think.
It is. You're
Yes.
correct on that. Best album ever, yes.
Yeah, so good.
Wow. In fact, you know, speaking of Lauren Hill, they did make her album the best album ever. So it was top.
Yeah, it was.
Jeez.
And
Oh,
it
wow.
stands.
Yeah.
That's the other thing.
Yeah.
It has stood the test of time.
It has. Wow. All right, well, I'm inspired then.
Well, and I would add too, like back in the day, it was Michelle Ocello, Dion Ferris,
Oh, yeah.
Tracy Chapman,
Oh,
like
yeah.
all
Oh,
these
yeah.
incredible singer-songwriters whose music, again, like Lauren Hill's, it stands the test
Just the
of
time,
time.
yeah.
And it had, like, I love Michelle Ocello's Plantation Lullabies album. Like, I could eat that. And there's just, I'm not kidding. And there's like these jazz overtones. And I don't know if you've ever listened to it, but it's just incredible.
Wow.
And Brian McKnight did
Oh,
Brian
yeah.
inspiration from
Brian.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian's brother on here. Didn't
Did
Brian's
you?
brother.
Yes, we
Well,
did.
what I'm saying is he took one.
Wow. Amazing.
You guys think about something doing?
Wow.
Became. You know which one I'm talking about? Anyway, let me not go there. You're messy. Yes, I do have respect for Brian McKnight too.
Yes. All right. So, when you think about being a singer-songwriter, and also even when it comes to entrepreneurship, there's always a story. There's always, because entrepreneurship is not like working a job. Job is very consistent. If it's bad, it's bad. If it's good, it's good. You're going to get the same paycheck most of the time. But when you're an entrepreneur, there are so many ebbs and flows. Same with the music industry. Sometimes you're on top, sometimes not so much. I wanna hear, and it doesn't have to be anything that you don't want to broadcast, right? But I want to hear your story when it comes to how you've overcome setbacks.
You asked the best questions. Moving to town with an idea of what I was going to accomplish as a 20-something really almost set me up for a failure, because Nashville is a crucible. And I got hit pretty hard early on from people who did not have a vision for who I was and what I could do. And how it all, I just didn't fit. I didn't fit any industry, right?
Right.
And I didn't realize until really just within the last year, 18 months, how much shame I had carried because of not fitting in,
Oh, wow.
you know?
Yes.
And so it, over time, even though I was doing the work of living the big world, I was like, look, but I haven't done it this way, therefore I'm not successful. I haven't had an impact. You know what I mean? Like, I was
Yeah.
measuring myself against all these other people.
Oh.
And that just multiplied the shame, which then over time caused me to lose my voice. Like, I just stopped singing. There were long periods of time like I didn't sing anywhere for anybody, and I was so sad. And then it got to the point back in 2018, around the time that I met Jeremy Matlock, that I was like, I have to sing because it brings me joy, not because I have a song that hits the charts or makes X amount of dollars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think what helps me overcome those setbacks is repositioning my expectations for myself and understanding what's most important is for me to live my purpose.
Yeah.
I have to be who God created me to be. Period. And
Yes.
if people get on board with that, great. And if they don't, okay, I'm gonna still be me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that I'm telling you, this has been a pretty new revelation for me. And so about a year ago, I did a little video and put it up on Facebook. I wasn't doing much on social at the time. And I said, I'm an artist. And everybody's like, hey, good for you.
Yeah.
Now, it was a revelation to me. My brother calls. He's like, I've been knowing you were an artist your whole life. I was like, you knew?
Right.
But for me, it was just, I had to come to a place of self-acceptance.
Wow.
And,
so good.
and then that self-acceptance has led to greater confidence for me to step out and do the work, if that makes sense.
Oh, wow.
It does make sense.
I
All
love
right.
that. I love that.
And a whole lot of therapy
Yeah.
All right.
and prayer.
Okay.
Yeah.
It all come by. We talked about therapy last week,
Yeah.
but I think that's so wonderful. I'm so happy that you said what you said. So number one, I'm so happy that you remain true to who you are, because so many times when it comes to being in anything that we do that's in front of people, the temptation to want to be like other people can be so hard, and there's so much pressure sometimes to conform to what other people want you to be. So you are an exceptional you. Like, I love the uniqueness of your voice and your music and your artistry. So if you had conformed, it probably would not be the success that it is, because the way that you translate story into music and the way that you put music out there is very unique to you, and it works. It absolutely works. So that's encouragement for other people who may compare themselves with other people, because there's so much pressure, and especially in the music industry, right? There's a lot of pressure to be all the things, and you took that pressure off yourself to just be you, and you're successful in that. You're walking in your purpose, the purpose that God gave you, and your authenticity. And I love that. Thank you for sharing.
And I would just add to that, I have really good friends. I have really good friends who speak truth to me even when it's hard,
Yeah.
and will text me or send me an IG video and just be like, you need to hear this right now. And so much of it has been about shifting my mindset to not limit myself. And so I think that's part of it, is having community, and then also dismantling those limiting beliefs that can keep you letting like, oh, you're too old to do this, or you can't do this because, I mean, fill in the blank for whatever we say. Oh no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
That's not true.
No, it's not.
God doesn't do that to us.
No. As a matter of fact, he doesn't put any limits. Go ahead, Joe.
I was just going to ask you, out of all the songs you have written, Break My Fall, what would be the next top 2 song in your catalog?
So the next one that we're releasing is called What If I Was Wrong? And I love this song so much. I'm very excited. It'll be coming out soon. It'll be very, very soon.
You just had another one, right? You had another title just a moment ago. I was gonna give it to Shift My Mindset. That's one. That's a good one. Shift Your Mindset. I think that'll be a great song too. I'm telling you, that's a great title already. I just heard that when you said that. I was like, okay, that's a good title for the song.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, okay. We look forward to this new one coming. All right.
So aside from the new release, what's next for you?
So there's a lot of things.
Okay. Things that you can share now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that I can share now. In addition to all the work that we've talked about with music, with Love and Big World, I also have a media company that helps other artists, other authors, other creatives figure out their brand strategy, figure out their messaging, figure out how to package that and share it with the world. And so I'm working with an author right now on a science fiction novel that will be most likely coming out in October. And then we have a slate of books for him, and then some other folks that probably will be coming on board very soon out of Michigan. So I mean, and I'm finding I didn't realize how much fun it would be to come along other people and kind of like be the midwife to their dreams.
Oh, I love it.
And it's really awesome.
That is awesome.
Look at that. Look at yonder. Said a fictional one coming out.
Sci-fi.
Sci-fi.
Yes.
Oh,
My author
wow.
is working on a sci-fi novel, so I'm let's see all the edits and
Man, that's great.
marketing and all the
I'm
things.
telling you, be on the stage acting after a while. Won't
I
be just
would love
singing and
that.
be acting.
I would love that. Yeah, I mean, I write. I've got some TV shows that are we're pitching. I mean, all those kinds of things. Because I think right now we had the fourth wall is down. You know, so
Yeah.
it's as a creative, all the opportunities are available to us if we have them.
Right.
Yes.
If we have them ready to go. And
Yeah.
so, you know, I'm just at that point in my life. I'm like, I'm going for it.
Yes,
Well,
I love
And then
it.
how can I help other people along the way?
Yeah. That's good. That's good. Dude. That's good.
So if anyone wants to, wow, there's so many things that people could contact you for. So we have you as an artist, we have Love in a Big World and all the things involved with that, and then your media company. So if someone wants to contact you, either to book you or to avail themselves of your services, what's the best way for people to get in contact with you?
Follow me on Instagram at
Okay.
Tamara Rivelle and just DM me. Let me know how you can help.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, we've got about 2 more minutes, so we're going to use up all the time. Is there anything else that we haven't addressed yet that you would love to share? Something that you really want people to know?
Yes, there is. I am a big believer in bringing people together, regardless of race, ethnicity, socioeconomic status. I mean, you name it. Like, how can we create places where people know I am loved, I am accepted because I am human? And that's really part of the heart of why I create, is to bring people together into those safe places. And I think that's the purpose of art.
Yes, it is. Bringing everyone together. I think music is that thing that brings everyone together. You can go to a concert. My mind takes me back to maybe Michael Jackson, right? If that was anybody and everybody.
Yes.
Of all races,
Yes.
languages, different nationalities, and they would all come together, whether they understood or not. But there was one thing they understood, and that was
And it's music. Yeah, because we're stronger together.
yes,
So we've got to build those bridges.
absolutely.
I agree. Music and I know I add one more thing to that. Food. Food will
Yes,
bring us
food
together.
does change.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
It's transcendent.
Of course, me and you getting a divorce now. See, you didn't bring me that barbecue. You didn't bring me no food.
I did. It
Y'all
was
gonna
so
rub it in my
good.
face. Just gonna
It was
keep
so
on rubbing it
good.
in my face.
They- and such an array of desserts too,
Oh,
Joe.
my
Man.
goodness. Banana
Bye. Bye. Everybody, bye. Bye.
And with that, y'all, we're at the top of the hour. Tamara Rivelle, what a gift you are. We wish you the most success. Your music is everything. I love everything about your nonprofit and all the things that you're doing. And there's nowhere but up for you to go. So congratulations on your new single. And I can't wait for whatever God has for you and all the things that you're going to release. I know you're blessed and you're going to continue to be a blessing.
Thank you so much. Thanks for
And with that, y'all, we're at the top of the hour. Thank you guys for tuning in
Thank y'all.
to
Thank
the
y'all.
Golden Thread
Golden Thread.
with your hosts, Dr. Kimberly and Joe.
Yes, co-host Joe. Co-host Joe. Listen.
Y'all be safe this week.
Yes, please be safe this week. Everybody take care of themselves and take care of your health. Yes, you will.
Yes, y'all have a great week, and we'll be right back here next Sunday at 3 o'clock hour on the Mighty 147 WVOL.
Peace, love you, Nashville.
All right. Hello. Oh, gosh, thank you guys so much for your comments. Do me a favor, y'all, please hit like and hit share. Man, what a gift this young lady is. I tell you, if you missed part of this, and I hope Facebook will keep it on and not block the music, but go ahead and hurry up and listen to her song. It is absolutely amazing. Break My Fall is amazing. Thank you guys again. Love you guys. You want to say anything?
Thank you for tuning in.
Absolutely. Thank you guys. See you next
See y'all.
week. Have a
See ya.
wonderful
See
week.
ya. See
Love
ya.
all of you.
Love ya.
Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Love ya.